Climabox is an add-on product to any heat pump. It does heating, it does cooling, it ventilates, and it dehumidifies all from one unit. We've looked to see if anybody else has tried to achieve what we have, and as to our best of our knowledge, it's unique. Developers for social housing, private developers, consultants to try to get feedback from all different sectors in the building market. Welcome to today's event, which is a pre-launch event of Climabox Home and Climabox Air, which we hope would change the way we control our climate in our properties rather than central heating. So Climabox is very different. Rather than putting heat through a radiator, we actually have decided that the best way is to alter the air quality, and the simplest way of doing that is through ducting. So imagine we're pulling the air out of a room because you're too cold, you're too hot. Climabox will then treat that air. We can cool it or we can heat it and then push the air back. These building regs are getting tighter and tighter. We've got better double glazing. We're putting more insulation in the walls and the roofs and everything. It creates overheating, but it also creates humidity, and we're going to get warmer, and that problem's going to only get bigger. Majority of people in the UK market have radiators. Well, that won't dehumidify. That doesn't ventilate. That doesn't cool. And what we're saying is we have a solution for that problem. We've tried to be green, we've tried to make it affordable, and we've managed to achieve those. And that really is by taking the energy from the heat pump and making it go further in very simple terms. We've worked with a metal version. It's a bit big, it's a bit bulky, but actually it enabled us to put all the technology we wanted in and see the results. The new version, the Air model, is super. It's considerably smaller, it's light, the foam we're using, it insulates, it silences. So we're super excited with how it's come out. It's designed for flat, small apartments, and so it can go on virtually any type of property. We read the story about Awab Ishaq, who sadly was exposed over a long period to mould in particular and damp situations, and it took his life, and he was an infant, and it was in a social house. And that inspired us, and we thought, well, you know, in 2024, we really shouldn't have a situation. So we added a whole section to our system. Mould starts to develop and grow at 70% humidity. What our system does is through the thermostat, it can read what the humidity is, and immediately when we get, let's say, to 68%, it will dump that air out and bring fresh air in. What it will do is create a situation where we never repeat that environment of high humidity and mould, and so we can prevent anything like that happening again. So the air quality, when we talk about well-being, now you can really feel it. You can feel the cleanness of the air, and that's not because any windows open or any doors open. That's literally 24/7 air coming in through that inlet there.
We are the largest house builder by volume in the UK. I'm part of the technical and innovation team. Cooling, dehumidifying and purifying the air all as within one package is really quite interesting. We've looked at separate products that can kind of deal with elements of those, but not all together as one system. We'd be very interested in potentially having it in our innovation centre.
I'm here on behalf of the business to try and understand whether Climabox has the potential to sort of fit within what we provide, which is houses, apartments, hotels, retirement village, student accommodation. It's quite a broad range, I think there's nothing but positivity in terms of what I've seen so far. I think that it's a very unique product.
I am interested by the principle of having heating, cooling, ventilation, and dehumidifying, and also perhaps depolluting all in one system. Until now, they are always separated. By combining, which is the logical way of doing it, combining them all together, which for me they should have thought about it a long time ago. Why did it take all that time? But anyway, it's happening.
We think everybody should have the right to live in a certain amount of comfort. Why should somebody perhaps who's in social housing suffer from overheating? So what we'd really like to see is the product rolled out right across the board, everybody to have access to it. And if that happens, and we get a hot summer's day, and we can sit down and say, great, those people are cool and they're comfortable, well, that would certainly put a smile on all of our faces.